Welcome to Ep.3 of the CCC podcast. We are back again, back here us four. How is everyone doing today?
Woo! It's doing
Friday,
great,
baby.
man.
Yeah,
It's Friday.
It's
I'm
draft.
good
It's
to be
season
back.
2 draft eve. Oh my god.
Draft Eve is
Ah,
crazy. I mean, draft is
shoot.
crazier, but
It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas all over again. Can't wait. Can't
Yeah, I
wait.
don't. Yeah, it's just like Christmas, and then we deal with Christmas afterwards.
yeah,
Um,
it's only Christmas if it goes well. Like Boxing
Yeah.
Day is
hmm
terrible if it
Yeah.
didn't go your way. If you didn't get the presents you
Exactly.
want,
Damn.
you know,
You're gonna start exchanging the next week, you know?
Yep.
yeah, that's it. Keep those gift receipts.
Yeah, but before we get into draft league talk, which is gonna
Yeah.
be a big topic this time around, let's talk about Little Cup. How'd you guys felt about that?
Dude, Little Cup was something. First off, so fun, but oh my god, were the teams that we were going against toxic, and it was just stressful. And I'm very competitive. I'm a very competitive person, but by around game 5, I'm like, I really, really don't want to make it to the next round because I'm sweating. I don't know what to do. Squid Games is dying too much, but it was a whole lot of fun. Little Cup was awesome, and I cannot wait. And I hope we get to do it sometime very soon.
Oh, for sure. Like Little Cup. You've got Squid Games in my head now.
Squid Games.
Squid Games.
Little Cup was, like, as Luke says, the most toxic environment because there were some absolute horrendous, unfun strategies that people were running. But at the same time, because they're on like level 5 tiny Pokemon, it's hilarious and just I had an absolute blast with it. You know, I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I want to do it more. I definitely want to do it more.
Yeah, I was surprised on how much fun I had on those 2 days, because I thought I was gonna just play it, you know, everyone's in it, I'm just gonna go in, and then I had fun. I had fun playing it, and you guys hating on my Magnemite it just made my day. So thank
Joe,
you.
That Magnemite.
I didn't have a problem with the Magnemite.
Well, consider yourself lucky.
Yeah. What we're saying about toxic strategies, that Magnemite
That
was
man
one
right
of them.
there.
right at the top of most toxic ones going.
Recycle berry juice.
Yeah,
God.
that's it. With Sturdy, mind, just in case people, you know, like if you didn't see it, Sturdy, so it doesn't die in one. Then berry juice, so it goes back up to full. The Sturdy reactivates, and then recycle to get the berry juice. It did not die. Did not die.
I actually thought a lot more people were gonna run Magnemite. I was surprised I was the only one. So
Yeah.
I think we were pretty lucky. I didn't think we see any duped mons other than a Golurk.
Golurk.
Yeah,
Golurk,
so
yeah.
Golett, I ran, and also Scott ran, which
but
I
other
would
than
say
that,
it
we
was.
didn't see any duped mons, which
I would
was a
argue Golett was the
success.
right strategy as we both got to the final.
Yeah.
I didn't win it, but like, you know, it's
Hey.
a really good one.
Bro, Scott is so
I
tough
almost
to
ran
battle, man. Scott is
Scott
so
was
tough.
amazing. So Scott is our
He's
little
good.
champion, and
Yeah.
he did so well.
Yeah. This team was amazing.
It was that little prawn or whatever you want to call it.
Prawn?
That defiant prawn.
What was that? What mon was that?
Whatever Bishop's
Baby
Evolution.
Bishop.
Oh, the
Ponyard,
Bishop.
Baby
Yeah.
prawn. It's a little pawn.
Yeah.
I was thinking like a prawn fish, not a pond.
Same.
Oh my god.
But
Someone used cornfish. What?
it was everything I expected it to be. When we first devised it and we were doing the tier list, I thought this is gonna be nuts. And everyone brought their A game, and I felt like I let down the party a little because I didn't bring my A game. I brought a C game. I thought everyone was like, "Oh, we're just going in this for fun." I threw in like a sandy cast. My team was completely unbalanced. I didn't have a single fire move. And then I came out and everyone was fucking balls swinging. I was like, "Hey, right, fine. I see how it is."
Yeah, but you were having fun with it though. That's the thing, and I think that more than anything else, forget how toxic it was and stuff like that, which was sort of weirdly a good thing. But every single person on that day was having a blast. We were all
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
So fun.
because we were chatting
So
at the
fun.
same time as battling. Because we were taking it serious, but not so serious. It was like you knew that nobody was cheating or anything like that. It was just great. The smack talk was real.
Yeah. It was bad, but in the best way possible.
It was great fun. I loved it, and it was everything that off season should have been. Like I definitely think like the condensed weekend instead of the actual off season, with the way we were going to run it was going to be over like 4 or 5 weeks. The condensed weekend was just made it even better.
Yeah, this was better. I feel.
Sure.
Yeah.
But we'll
You
definitely be doing it again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, I'm doing
the
Little
more
Cup
people
or
that
stage
take part, the
ones.
better.
Yeah.
Little Cup stage ones. I think stage ones is the way to go. We do the teenagers. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough options, if I'm being totally honest. But who knows?
All right, we're all
Maybe
gonna
there is.
run the starter. We're just gonna run the starter trios from each region and the middles. So don't worry about it, guys. Probably the best ones. Well, I get what Dragonair would be considered a stage one. That seems a little OP.
We could do a random. We could do a dice, or like we could flip a coin, and we could see, and we give everyone a region, and you have to build a team from that region.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I
that
like
region
it. I
only.
like it.
I love that. I
Yeah,
love
So we
that.
could do that maybe in the next off season. Like you could roll a 7, get Galar, and then you've got loads of mods, or you could do roll a 2 and get Johto and got nothing.
Yep.
You get
All
nothing.
right,
Oh,
let me get my team of Blossom.
Yeah.
Especially because they're not even in Sword and Shield. So it's like, what you gonna get?
I think you have to take. You have to take Galar out. Galar is just going to be open because it's just everything. We've got ideas though. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be fun. Oh wow, there's a huge. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
What is it? What is it?
It's like a huge, like daddy long legs. It just went flying to my light, and I'm like, oh.
Do you want to know a fun fact while I've got my excavation hat on?
What?
That the daddy long
Got him.
legs is the most poisonous animal on the planet.
Yes, it is. I know that.
Wait, what? What is?
Why?
The daddy long legs.
Really?
Why?
Its venom in its glands is the most concentrated on the planet, but it's too dumb to bite you. Evolution!
Is that real? Dude, could you imagine? 200 years from now, we're dying to freaking...
No, I think it's also something to do with like relative to its size and stuff like that as well. So like,
it will be, yeah.
It wouldn't kill us, you know. Like if it did learn how to bite us, it wouldn't kill us. But yeah, compared to like some
he
snakes
just got
and stuff like that.
exterminated. So
who's the real Venom?
Exactly.
But no, we've got plenty of tourneys organised. Go on, Seb, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like congratulations to Nick to make it to the finals. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I did.
Redemption story almost.
I lost, but I was doing well, and compared to other people, like, because some people were switching their team up in between games and stuff, I was just like, I made one, I stuck with it the whole way through. I beat Seb in the semifinals, who, and he knows that I'm going to give him crap over this, okay? But Seb was cheating the whole way through the tournament. He didn't realize he was, but so we said we could change Pokemon and items and stuff in between games, and that's fine. He was doing it in between matches, so like he'd play the first one and then be like, okay, so that mon doesn't do well there, so I'm going to take off that item, I'm going to give it a choice scarf because I need it to outspeed that. And it's like, then go back into the same team, and then all of a sudden, like, you think you know that mon, and nope, it's a completely different one.
To be fair, I have been doing it.
Take partial responsibility.
The whole previous day, and that whole day, and people have been watching. Phoenix have been watching. You guys have been watching. No one said anything.
We were all stressing about our own matches.
Poor Squid Games.
Weren't very clear. Next time we'll have a much stringent, like the rules will be flat, and
Yeah.
there won't be any loopholes.
Yeah.
There was too much to carry on with. Like we had move restrictions and trying to balance move restrictions, and then item restrictions and ability restrictions, and it's like you forget something after something isn't worded right. And to be fair to Seb, if you read the rules, it can be interpreted in two ways.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
And it's fine because I knocked him out, so he didn't win.
Yep, that's true.
He didn't win.
Talking about.
But no, what?
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what a great weekend, man.
Yeah.
So fun.
Coming from those 4-hour streams of us just scrolling down that Pokemon list to what actually happened, I think we did really well. That is probably the most balanced doubles Little Cup format I've ever seen, because there's only one and it's us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Like, I think we came up with all the rules, as complicated as they were. Like they made it work, you know, and they made it so like as long as you'd read and knew what you were going into beforehand, like it wasn't overpowered. So Ghastly, which is one of the most powerful Pokemon in Little Cup, was like it wasn't even S tier for us because we nerfed it so hard. It was like, you know, A tier, granted, still, but all the same, it's like not all that in a bag of chips or whatever. So it worked. It did really work, but it was just fun as well because, like, I mean, so we were drinking. Let's be frank about it.
Oh man, not
Jake
my
and I
party side.
drinking in the UK at whatever time we started. It was at least the afternoon, right? Luke, dude, what time would you start drinking that day?
I think it was like
11
10, 10,
10,
11.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
In the morning? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was drunk till about 6 in the evening, dude. I was messed up the whole day.
I was done.
I remember closing my
I sang a
stream.
whole I sang a whole karaoke song in Jake's stream. The entire song.
We have. I will take this time to apologize publicly to Seb.
No, it's all good.
For all of our behavior, because that Discord channel was +18.
I remember closing
stream.
Yeah, I closed stream and then hop onto Discord, and it was like mayhem going all around. It's like, what did I just walk in?
Bro, me and Jack were talking smack all day, and it's like, and then we got into Discord, and it was just unleash hell. Jack had a couple of whiskeys, I had a couple of beers, and that were it.
Great times.
But
at least you guys are recovered by now, to a certain extent.
I haven't.
Except Jake.
Recovered, like, but the burnout I've had over the past 2 weeks has just been insane. Like, we were meant to record this podcast yesterday, but guess who slept through it?
Yeah. But the burnout was been for another reason, mainly from you, right? Which is sort of the next thing we wanted to touch on in terms of, I mean, you guys, I haven't been streaming, so it's not me that's been suffering from this, but Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yeah, I got that the right way round. Guys, how did you find your race and your sleep lock?
Hashtag Calgon Squad.
Calgon Squad! Calgon Squad! Woo!
No, I'll let the two pros take it first. Well, I think we should pass it up to Seb for the only person that actually beat the game. And then you can talk to us two losers.
If you can call that beating the game, just using X items all through the Elite Four.
Bro, no. Seb, I was
saw the end credits.
He did. You're the only one out of us.
Yeah. So to be fair, within the first 24 hours of the game coming out, you beat a Nuzlocke against it, and against what is probably the hardest Elite Four in an actual main game, other than the Kaizo versions, I think we've ever seen, right?
Yeah, it's probably I would say the hardest Elite Four.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
For sure. Yeah.
Definitely first time round. Like the rematches, I haven't done the rematches yet, but the rematches in Heart Gold, Soul Silver were insane.
Yeah.
But I haven't played the rematches in this game yet because I don't dare, because I don't want to put myself through that again.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. But to be honest, I was coming into it as a fun thing with Luke, right? It was fun. We spent hours in the underground, just checking stuff out. And then all of a sudden, like halfway through, it's like something happened. we stopped talking with each other.
Nick happened.
This man comes in here and he starts saying, all right, Luke, Seb, you're an hour behind Luke. And then at some point, he's like, where are you at? So I'm here. I was like, oh, I was just there. I mean, I got like 2 gyms ahead. So where are you? Oh, I'm right here. I was like, you're getting close. And I'm like, Seb, where are you? He's like, I just got there. I was like, and then here comes Nick in my chat. You're 10 minutes ahead. And I'm like, just 10 minutes. And then it just gets uber competitive.
Right. So these two started. Luke and Seb started while I was still asleep because obviously I wasn't going to stop up until that time to watch it. Hours behind and stuff. I wake up and I switched on and I'm just like, okay, this is cool, yeah. And it's like, and then I start getting into it, and like I'm just trying to fuel the competitive side of both of you, and it's just like, guys, you're only 2 minutes apart from each other. It's like you got to go faster. It's like, oh no, he's way ahead of you, and it's just like,
bro.
Yeah,
I remember losing my Pokemon, and I had to find a Houndoom just to complete a certain gym. And I was like looking for it, and Luke kept on going, and then Pharaoh comes in. I think Pharaoh came in later, and says, you know what?
Yeah.
I gotta buy repels. I gotta do whatever I can to just catch up to Luke. And I just said, these are gonna be my 6 Pokemon for the rest of the game. And I just bought a bunch of repels and went for it. And I caught up. It was crazy.
You caught up like crazy, man.
Not only caught up, surpassed me, and geez, Louise, that was probably the only moment in time where I was like, man, I'm kind of not liking Seb as a person right now. Like, what is he doing? I thought we were just gonna take it fun and easy and whatnot, and then I was just like, I can't let him beat me. Like, I don't know. And I think partially, and I know Jake will attest to this, after I think me and Seb both were up for well past, like around the 35, 36 hour mark.
Yeah.
For sure. I didn't sleep the night before at all. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I remember during the stream saying, all right, Seb, I've been up for 24 hours and we are only 3 hours into the game. All right, let's go. But I mean, progressively the stream, we went through kind of some lulls at the beginning because we were like dead tired. The sun rose and we were going hard, going strong. And then I think after the Dialgo fight, we took a break and everything just kind of slowed down. And then my team got one shot in the 8th gym, and the team, I can't even, it was a Metacham and an electric type gym, and it reversal reversal my I can't even remember.
It was
my Castro
got whacked. Reversal. So get whacked.
And I just remember my demeanor, my emotions were just like, I am so tired right now.
I am super proud of you, Luke, for getting that far without a Gastrodon.
Yeah.
That Gastrodon is like the biggest win factor in that game.
It is. I know.
Over then, I figured out today, because I watched a stream. I watched a streamer by Young Shady Penguin.
Yeah.
And he's doing a hardcore Nuzlocke. And I watched him beat the Elite Four today with a Giraffe rig. And it turns out Giraffe rig is the best Pokemon in the game. Because it gets Baton Pass and Setup. Done. He wiped the Elite Four, no problem. With a Giraffe rig.
What?
I mean, that's interesting for sure. Like, to be fair though, the Elite Four is set up in a competitive way, and competitive Pokemon is a whole other, as we well know, whole other ball game to regular Pokemon games, and so you'd need to go in with that almost weird competitive mindset to play against it.
Yeah, I think the holes. It's like, because you go into the Elite Four and you think, right, this guy's a fire type. I'm sending out my water type. dead.
Yeah.
Dead. Flat out
Bro,
dead.
I went into the first Elite Four. It's like, oh, I have my fire type or whatever it was with flamethrower. I'm just gonna go through this like beauty fly and dust dogs and whatever it is, and before I know it, I lose 3 Pokemon. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, I just feel bad for
by
the.
the time I got to Cynthia, I had 3 Pokemon left. I think I had a Golem, a Hippowdon, and a Luxray.
Yep.
Whoever picks
I
this
got
game for the
Stalwart.
first time as their first Pokemon game,
Poor
they're
kids,
not
man.
making it
Poor
through
kids.
the Elite Four. There's no chance.
This is it. I mean, so I have done a Nuzlocke now. I didn't do it at the speed that you guys do, and you all know that I've beaten it. But like,
Oh, you participated in some of our
yeah,
so
that's it. But it was not easy. Like I took hours and hours to do mine, and I still got to the champion and was like, this is impossible. I was stuck on them for so long.
Yeah.
Like, I was getting stalled hard by their Milotic, which is just like so much defense, and then just as soon as it gets down to even like halfway to recover, and
Yeah.
oh god, it was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. Yeah, I didn't. I enjoyed everything about the game, including the Elite Four, but it was almost so hard that it took away from the enjoyment. I don't want to say it took away from the enjoyment. It just like I came away with an
Wasn't what you
almost
expected.
yeah, exactly. I was like, I
got
play
pushed
games
into
to
a corner
enjoy
that I
them.
didn't want to go into. It's
Yeah.
like I got pushed into a corner where I have to literally sit there and stall.
Playing a Star War is not fun when you're in a competitive game. You don't want to do it in a one-player game.
Yeah, exactly. But hey,
Well,
tell us
no.
how your sleep block went.
Yeah.
So, I lost Linda, the Bidoof, early game to the first stun tank or stunky with Aftermath.
Yeah.
As I think everyone has gone through with the pain of dying to Aftermath, which it plots you against 4 times in the game, 4 whole times in a game. The second time, I was smart enough to let Barry kill it, and then Barry killed himself. Then we lost our Empoleon to... it was one of the galactic leaders. Then Nick came in and decided to redeem all his leaks on destroying my team. I had a Jirachi, I had an Empoleon that died, and then to rub salt into the wound, he then got rid of my Empoleon.
No, not quite.
No, he got rid of my Jirachi.
I was talking about getting rid of your Empoleon using your points, and then it died. I was like, oh, I'll just take the Jirachi instead then, and sent them off and like, right, night, I'm going to bed.
So we plundered on. Seb woke up, revived the Empoleon with his leaks. We decided to keep the Jirachi off the team, which would turn to be an absolute nightmare. We replaced it with a Honchkrow that could crit absolutely everything. She loved me so much that she could just crit every turn. She loved me so much. We got to the Elite Four. I forgot to heal. Barry battled me. We managed to get through literally just. And I went in with level 66 to 72s.
That was a good idea.
And I got wiped.
You made it to Cynthia. You did make it to Cynthia.
We wiped the bug gym, the bug leader. We absolutely destroyed him. We destroyed him. No, we lost the Empoleon to the bug leader because I can't. No, the Quiver Dance Quiver Dance butterfly.
Yeah,
that took Empoleon gone, dead
for sure.
Like,
yep, that would do it.
And when we lost that, I was like, I almost cried. I was like, this is it. I'm done. And then we sent. It's all right because we had the Pure Power Medicham with the big root, and I was like, I'm gonna send it out, and I'm gonna drain punch everything. I'm gonna drain. The game's used its tactics against me. I'm gonna use it against itself. We got to the second gym leader. Medicham died first hit. Like I was like, Then we got through Flint and the next one just fine. Well, I say just fine. We lost. I can't remember what. We lost Maggie the next gym. The first turn, dead, gone, boom. She didn't love me anymore. She just died.
Maggie was the hunt crow, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we had the Luxray, the Golem, and the Hippowdon left to do Cynthia. And we got to a point where it was just me healing against the Gastrodon, and I stalled it that much that it only had 2 moves left. It was and I got that sick and tired of it that I just let it go. I was like, I have to let the lock go. I had to let it go. We
Fair
had it in
enough.
defeat. We used a couple of revives, still lost. So,
you. Oh yeah.
I think we had 3 months left. The Lucario swept us. That was it. The Lucario swept us. We didn't see we saw the Lucario. We didn't see the Milotic or the Garchomp. And then I ran it second time through, knowing exactly what was coming, and it came down to my Empoleon loving me at level 74. I just didn't have a good team composition. I didn't want to do the grinding. The grinding in that game is just too much.
Yeah,
Way too much.
Awful,
it is.
awful.
For sure. I do
mean,
have to say that this is the first time in a Nuzlocke that I've been so attached to my Pokemon. Because when Hope died to a Earthquaking Gyarados,
You were distraught, man.
I was like, easy. This is electric type 4 times weak. This is gone. And then he just used Earthquake. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah.
That right there was some content for you.
There's so much content, and both. I don't know if it's good content, but there's so much content in Jake, Seb, and Mize from our sleep locks and our race that it was bad. I know for a fact I fell asleep for 5 minutes during the stream because I was watching it back and I'm just like this.
No way.
Yeah, and I'm like, but the thing is, my guy's moving on the screen. I must have been playing while I was asleep or something.
Oh,
I was
wow.
in and out, but I was like, I just remember just watching it. I was like, bro, I am not talking. I think I'm breathing too heavy, dude. Like, but golly days, was that not crazy? But how great of a game is BDSP, man? Like, it's
I
been
loved
the
it.
most fun I've had with a Pokemon game in a really in
Yeah.
just the main line, like main story post game, not the competitive scene, but like it's been the most fun I've had with Pokemon probably like since Heart Gold Soul Silver. Like it was just so much fun. It was nostalgic, it was fun. I just enjoyed it so much. And it's got the best thing in the world, the freaking underground, which is where all of our time has been once we beat the game. Let's go, Calgon Crew!
Calgon Crew!
Did you
For
finally get it,
clarification,
Jake?
that's just desperately trying to find the Calgon statue for Jake, who I believe you're the only person not to find it now, right?
Yes.
No? Yeah.
That would be the one, yeah.
I had that too.
But I mean, I must admit that the game is a solid 9 out of 10. It's more than anyone could ask for. I swear to God, if anyone complains about this game, even with the glitches and stuff, it's get off your high horse for once, man, and just enjoy the content that they've given you. Just,
I mean, the glitches are there, but just don't use them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's got their choice, but ultimately, it's what people wanted, right? They wanted a remake. This is a remake, and it's been done for the most part very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've greatly enjoyed the game. Loved
Me
it.
too. Yeah, it was great. I had so much
game's
fun.
even better.
Yeah.
I'm yet to start that, so I got all that to come.
You get all the brand new mons, and I wish
Yep.
they'd give you them beforehand because it would have made the game even better. I reckon
Yeah.
if they'd have given you the underground earlier. But
Yeah.
I understand.
Well,
it.
no, the underground's pretty early, to be honest.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not. It's that you get the extra mons.
Oh, the other
You can't
ones,
get
yeah,
all the mons from down there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least put the platinum encounters as well, you know. So
Yeah.
because we got to a point where like all the encounters were the same in the routes, so
Yeah.
we couldn't bother to just get
Yeah.
another Pokemon or
Yeah.
just hunt for a specific one. So I
Yeah,
would
I
have.
found that
I
myself.
went for
It's
5
like
encounters and then dropped down.
Yeah.
the doing a Nuzlocke with it, because particularly with the dupes clause, because the way I
Yeah.
play with dupe, because I know
Same.
dupes is optional. I play with it as dupes is
Yeah.
like mandatory. Okay, that's the way I play, and I know not everyone has to do it that way or whatnot, but for me, I was just like, I just can't get Mon from this route because it's the same as I've seen already throughout the game, and whether you're doing a Nuzlocke or not, I think that becomes somewhat tiresome where you're seeing the same ones over and over
Yeah.
and over again. And there's loads to come in the post game, and that's great. And if I think maybe that's a way of keeping the game going fresh because you've got all that still to come. But the actual main story, that I think you mentioned 9 out of 10, Jake. That is where it drops to 1 for me. Just
Yeah.
I got tired of the same ones by the
Hmm.
end of the game.
If I see another Bronzong or sorry, another Bronzong,
Yep.
I'm done. I'm done. Like
Oh, the Bronzongs and the
I mean, the
Bidoofs.
one
There were
thing
the
that you
Bidoofs for me.
God.
you could the one thing you could potentially pull them up on is like the what was it? When you're halfway through the game and they've got level 40 like Bronzongs, it's like just put me against a Bronzong.
Please. Yeah.
It's like let them have fully evolved mons. It
Mhm.
doesn't because you're spoon feeding me to a point where I get to the Elite Four and I get mollywopped.
Yep.
Like
That's
absolutely
the
mollywopped.
problem.
Give me an Elite Four with a level 40 Bronzor. Like, come on, just do that. That'd be nice. You've been giving them to me the whole entire game.
Like the
Yeah.
curve, the difficulty curve in the game is correct on, say, the gym leaders.
Yeah.
Like the later you get in the game, the gym leaders are definitely harder than
Yeah,
earlier
I
on.
agree.
But the wild Pokemon, it's not that they're pointless,
Yeah.
and you do just want to run around with repels all the time because you're so sick of it.
Yep. You pretty much have to go to the underground to get a decently leveled Pokemon as well. Or,
Yeah.
you know.
Also true.
Yeah, that's your only hope. Your only hope.
Yeah.
You drop down there, you get level 55, and then you're ready to go to the Elite
Wait.
Four.
Yep.
Almost.
Get a
You
couple
still
hard
gotta grind a
scales.
couple more levels. Yep.
Yeah, you still got to grind it like at least 10 levels to get it anywhere near like
Yeah.
usable.
Where it should be.
Yeah, because 50 is not enough, and that's why you're picking it up. But like, I don't want to be too negative about the game because for the most part, I had a great time with it.
Oh yeah.
I loved it. I loved
No,
it.
I love it, and I
first
still
playthrough,
gotta play it
Still
again.
loving it.
You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm contemplating doing a speed run of it. So we'll see
Oh yeah, you
how that
mentioned
goes.
this.
Yeah.
I've still got
So
6,000 resets for Entei, so.
No way, man.
And then we've
Oh.
also got a reset for we've got a reset for the Rotom as well. So
Oh,
bro,
shoot.
I'll be see you next year.
Yeah.
with Jake odds, maybe.
Oh, my odds are double the normal odds.
Yeah, what is it? One in
God.
8,000.
Yeah.
But speaking of a shiny Calgon, I think it can bring us to who's going to draft Calgon this time.
Ooh.
In season 2 draft, less than 24 hours from now, we are all going to be sitting in probably the most toxic Discord call I've ever been in.
I'll hate all of you. By the
There's
end of
going to
this,
be a lot of love and a lot of hate.
I'm gonna be
Nah,
saying
it's
some
fine.
words to some people.
Oh.
Um, I'm scared.
I really hope it works out. There's
Oh,
really
it
no
will.
other rule set like this one, and we had nothing to base it on. So it's all on like my previous experiences, doing the tier list and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hopefully it's all well balanced, and we all get teams that are fun.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything in the draft that's. We're talking CCC season 2, by the way. Now we're not
Yeah.
on Diamond Pearl. We're not on Little Cup. We're talking
Nope.
full
No.
on draft league.
Oh boy.
I have not seen anything in the draft, to my attention, that is completely broken. There is some slightly broken stuff, but that's allowed. That's allowed.
Whole
But
point,
completely
right?
broken is no.
Try and break it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything in there. I'm sure by the end of the season, there'll be someone that has found a way to get some stupid mons together that work in such a synergetic
Of
pattern.
course, but that's the
Yeah.
whole point of it, right? I mean, this is the thing. We're trying something which I don't think we've seen other people do. Which, just for
No.
clarification, if people don't know, it's obviously tiered as with the normal draft league, but it's no legends and no Dynamax, which in
Yeah.
Sword and Shield is obviously the main mechanic. And I think that the whole point of it is trying to find those combinations that don't use those go-to staples of where your power is coming from. So I'm all for someone coming up with some broken combination. And if they ride that all the way to the end, good for them. But also, we'll probably see it, go, okay, that's something we need to plan for. And then they'll come up against someone that has the answer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Just plays
see.
not
Draft
plays.
Yeah. So, what are your plans? Oh, you know what? Better wait. Why don't we go one by one and we give our opinion or some suggestions to new people in the league on what should they prep for? Who wants to start? Jake?
I'll
Okay,
go.
so
Okay.
go for it. Go for it, Luke. Go for it,
No,
Luke.
no, you already had mid-sentence. You go
Okay,
ahead, my friend.
right. So
My-
okay, I have, because I was speaking to somebody else about this who hasn't done it before, and I was like, I have one main piece of advice for you when you're drafting, and that is, while obviously you're coming up with all your strategies beforehand and stuff, in a perfect world you'll get everything, but mainly plan for variety, because whatever you bring week one, that's great, and I'm sure it's done really well, and you might smash it and whatnot, but you need to be able to completely flip your team to do a completely different thing, and you've only got 10 Pokemon to do it with. So variety is the spice of life, and in this case, it is the way that you need to play. Sure, some people can do it with like one-trick pony teams, and
Mm-hmm.
that's great, but unless that one trick is, you know, perfect, like unbeatable, you want to be able to flip it up, switch it around, and so have mons that fill other roles. Just because it's support one week doesn't mean it can't be a massive damage dealer the next week. We saw that with Jake, and he's, as we've said, like I think 100 times, nasty plot Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is there to be doing prankster
Yeah.
stuff and whatnot, but hey, it can also apparently one-shot an entire team if you set it up right. But there's so many other things. I'm not going to start listing through them all one by one, but yeah, variety. That is my number one piece of advice.
Yeah.
Luke,
Next.
you want to jump in?
Go on.
Yeah. So just like Nick said, variety is going to be a big thing. But for me personally, from draft experience from last year, you've got to have some backups just in case, because at the end of the day, you might have the perfect team, and if you're so super lucky, like if you might get it, but plan for backups because you never know how the draft is going to go, and it's not just saying, "Oh, someone took this mod, so I guess I'll go to this mod." You need to be like, "All right, on the fly of things, I'm seeing a lot of speed, like seeing a lot of tailwind users come off the board. Let me draft accordingly, and if I really want a tailwind user, maybe I just scoot up a little bit and go grab that one." But you've
Yeah.
got to be aware of mods that are priority. Do something special, because those are going to go. They're not all going to go first, but knowing that that's going to be an integral part of this game, I think, as I mentioned before, the biggest thing I think is, now that we don't have Dynamax and a lot of hard-hitting mons, I think it's going to come down to what mon is going to be bulky, because you can't use that Dynamax boost to help boost its bulk, and you might want to sacrifice some attack power for some more bulk. So while it may take 2 turns to kill this mon, or 3 kills, 3 turns, you might have to survive 3 hits and be able to dish out 3 hits. That's gonna be, I think, a big part of it. I'm interested to see if people start drafting that way, or come week 2 or 3, people realize, oh, like, mons are getting one shot. We need to start making mons that don't need bulk have bulk. And I think
Yep.
that's going to be a very important part of this thing, because that no Dynamax, man, this is the first time we haven't had a gimmick mechanic since Gen 5, which is pretty much, I think, the birthplace of VGC when it started. And you've got to like take it back. I suggest watching some of those old matches back there. They've got recordings of it, and try to think about some wild monsters that you've seen. It's going to be very interesting for sure, and we haven't done anything quite like it. I don't see anyone doing this. It's the Pokemon company is definitely not doing it.
Yeah, no.
And it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I hope a lot of people have a great time with it. And we see some crazy teams, because that's what I'm super excited for. I'm excited to see what crazy teams are gonna happen and what mod I'm gonna hate at the end of it afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I would say, because we got a couple first comers once again to the league, and a couple that haven't really dabbled in any competitive Pokemon at all. And to them, I just say draft in pairs. I've said it previously, but drafting in pairs for your opponent, it's so difficult to prep for, because you gotta prep for everything, and it's so hard with your pool of Pokemon. First, you have to guess what combo they're gonna bring, right? So you know you can have like Frostlass, Tauros, like Nick had last year. You could also have like I don't know, Lapras with weakness policy and something with absorb, like a Crobat. Or you could also have like Palosan with what's this the ninja guy, a Selgor? Yep. So stuff like that, and going against a team that has so many options, it's hard to prep for. So you're at least gonna give your opponent a hard time, and if they did not prep for what you have in the back, then it's pretty much gonna be your game. Although I do have to say, this season it's a little bit different, because things like fake out have a lot more priority in the draft now, just because Dynamax is not a thing, and now you can fake out stuff. Items like red card and stuff like that as well. I feel like Intimidate is gonna be good, because most of the Pokemon are physical. You know, and your supports. Don't forget your supports. You know, follow me, speed control, and stuff like that. So you try and find the balance. Get your main cores as well, like fire, water, grass, fairy, steel, dragon, stuff like that. And you know what? Just have fun. Just have fun. That's the most important part. I know we're all gonna have fun, and we wish you all have fun as well. And yeah, just in case, Jake will be streaming tomorrow, if you're watching this before the draft, and he will be explaining everything. But yeah, how about you, Jake? Because last time was your first draft experience, right? Or competitive Pokemon.
Yep. Yeah. The advice I'd give to most people, coming from your reigning champion.
Hey, way to
Hey,
rub
you
it
are,
in.
man. You are, man. You've only got this season to probably brag about it, because you ain't taking it again.
Draft raw power. The only weeks I've had problems with prepping is when I have come up against raw power. Like there's certain Pokemon that you can draft that people have no option other than preparing for that mon. AKA K-Mega. Came up against him in the final. You have to prep for the Hippowdon, because although the Hippowdon is support, his whole team depends on sand. That guy had so much power that if you don't kill him first, it's game over. It's game over. And the only thing that saved me with K-Mega is the fact that I could Dynamax. It's like, and now we don't have that safety net anymore. Like the other guys have said, you don't have that safety net of having double HP. So I think this season, especially with the timer, especially when people are going to start getting nervous when the timer's going down, having raw power on your side will probably be your best bet. Yeah. If you can make them worry so much as to make them plan defensively, that has always been my number one priority. you've got to win your first turn, and then you've got to make them prep defensively, because when they prep defensively, they haven't got offense, or they've taken something out of offense, which is giving you the extra 10-15% that someone else, like, you would need to survive. So just prep raw offense, hit them as hard as you can, and then if it doesn't work, then rip. Just rip. Just throw. Most of my weeks, I've just been throwing the kitchen sink at someone. It's like you send your best mon up, and when I say best mon up, I say you Dynamax your best mon. You send the best mon up, you make them big, and you send it as hard as you can. Dynamax, I think you're wasting turns if you Dynamax. If you don't Dynamax first turn, I think you're wasting it. Because there's plenty of ways to stall out Dynamax. I mean, you can predict protects, you can read, you can like, if there was a max quake coming in, you can send in a flying mon that might do like less damage. In this format, you haven't got the opportunity to do that really. And spread. That's one thing that people need to watch out for is spread moves. Spread moves are going to be massive this season. If you don't have spread on your team, I can't see you winning. I honestly can't see you winning a game. If you don't have spread on your team, you're gonna have to have something, because if someone runs a focus sash and you don't knock that focus sash off, or you're having to double in every turn, it's too much pressure on the opposite. It's too much pressure on one side of your team. If you have too much pressure on one side, you're completely lopsided. But here's me talking like I'm a professional when I've only done one season of Draft League. But
Hey, you're the champion.
You won it though. You won it.
It's all about, in my eyes, Pokemon is all about putting pressure on. And if you put the pressure on the right places, the team will crumble. So if you can kill it, everything will die in 2 hits. And if you get, and as Nick says, if something can live 3 hits, then you've probably got the best man on the planet. You're in the money.
That's the way I was doing it last time. It was like, because Jake was prepping really offensively, I was prepping really defensively. But I mean, that worked for both of us at one point or another. I lost to Jake, and Jake beat me, like, because we had 2 matches throughout the tournament last time. So.
Mhm.
It's neither is right. I would say neither is wrong, but Jake is obviously the one that did better overall with that crowd.
Sometimes you get lucky when you throw the kitchen sink. All I'm saying is draft raw power. If the hardest thing to prep for is you can't mess with the stats. Well, you can, but you're gonna need to do something. So if you're gonna have to do a follow me nasty plot, Grimsnarl, great. Do it. Please do it. Someone please do it. I want to see it again.
Let's hope they pick it.
Yeah.
But
Grimsnarl's definitely getting picked this time.
Oh
around.
yeah, 1,000.
Like, I mean,
bro, if that has not gone in the first 10 picks, I'm offended. But that's why I say spread moves. Like, you can have something set up, but if you've got double spread moves, you've got a potential to knock that thing out.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just draft raw power. You can't mess with the stats too much. So just get yourself a couple of base 120s in every department, and you sorted.
I feel like all of the advice we've got is all contradictory to one another. We've got Jake, draft raw power. Luke, make sure you've got bulk on your side. Me, you want variation, and then the Seb, it's like, oh, draft in pairs. It's like, put all this together.
You've got the perfect draft tools, guys. You've got it. But
Well,
also,
the things that we don't know, what's going to happen.
Build a team that can win. Build a team that can win.
Yeah,
build a team.
But,
build a winner.
I mean, like, just drafting in general is so much fun. Am I right? Like,
Yeah.
The drafting portion is probably the most fun.
It's so fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
can't wait to yell at people. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
And
I just gotta redeem myself. That's how I feel about it this time around.
Gotta get into the upper division, baby.
Yeah, now with the weighted divisions, we've now got something to play for.
Yes.
We're all ranked on weight. I mean, if I go down this season, I don't care. I'm playing for fun this season. I've proved my worth.
Yeah.
Hey, show the show the trophy once again.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see the bad boy.
And if you win, you could be the proud owner of any trophy you pick, actually, because we'll send you the money. But this is mine. I think that this picked this symbolized the CCC
Yeah.
probably the most. It's got a nice little globe on it. Maybe I should have gone crystal, because when you see it in the background, you can't see it because it's see-through. But
no, but I like
you'll
it.
be able to pick.
It's so pretty.
That's one thing that you get from this tournament, is that we value everyone in this league.
Yeah.
And everyone that joins, you are taken seriously at 100%. And we rate every single person. Like, it takes a lot of organization. And me and Seb
Oh,
went
there's
through
so
health
much.
the first season, so we brought on Luke and Nick, just to help us.
God knows why they chose us, Luke. Am I right?
Yeah. I love it.
We value the players that come in and dedicate the time, because I mean, this is 4 months, 3 to 4 months of your life that you're dedicating to this league, and the least we can do is reward you with something permanent. I mean, if you spend the money on something else, it's fine. It's fine. We don't advertise a money reward because it's not a money reward. We will send you the money because
reward.
it's easy on shipping.
Yeah.
I'm not paying customs when I could just send you the money and you can buy a trophy.
Exactly.
There's a whole host of reasons. You know, we're not looking to ask people for their addresses and stuff like that. But it's we will
easier that way.
Work with people to sort that out.
Yeah, it's and nice also to have something in the physical that is. Sorry, Seb. That is there.
No.
I get to keep that through. That'll be on my shelf my whole life.
There we go.
It's
season 1 champion.
I haven't won much, but this one.
At one point, you're on top, man.
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say, this time around, don't forget about your trade. You won't be able to trade all your Pokemon at the end of the season. That's one thing we didn't really like.
Draft,
sorry?
I'm just going to say, if you are watching this before the draft, there is some very strict rules on Season 2. And like Seb said at the start, I will be going over the rules, but if you are in the CCC and you're watching this, please read the rules, because
read them.
They are very strict this season. Very strict. And like when Seb says that we've given you more flexibility with your team, but you have to do it in a specific window.
Yeah.
If you don't make your trades in those 7 days, I'm yet to decide what time. But we need to do a time that fits everyone. Yeah. So if I say like 3 p.m. EST, I feel that gives people enough time on your end of the world and our end of the world to
I mean,
make you trade.
That can be confirmed or whatnot at a specific point, but
yeah, go on, Seb. Take it away, my guy.
Well, no, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I mean, unless you guys have like last words of encouragement to everyone, but I think
if you snipe me, I will literally ban you from the league next season. So I swear to God, if anyone picks Hydreigon, you best listen to me right now, because if you pick Hydreigon, you are banned instantly. Okay, that's everything.
Okay,
not over the
top. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for those who are participating. So, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.